I'm going to read one of my favorite poems of all, which is Andrew Marvell's To His Coy Mistress, which is a seduction poem. No, there's no denying it, but he has elevated it into an extraordinary kind of embrace life sort of anthem. To His Coy Mistress by Andrew Marvell. Had we but world enough and time, this coyness, lady, were no crime. We would sit down and think which way to walk and pass our long love's day. Thou by the Indian Ganges side shouldst rubies find. I by the tide of Humber would complain. I would love you 10 years before the flood, and you should, if you please, refuse till the conversion of the Jews. My vegetable love should grow vaster than empires and more slow, and 100 years should go to praise thine eyes and on thy forehead gaze. 200 to adore each breast, but 30,000 to the rest. An age at least to every part, and the last age should show your heart. For, lady, you deserve this state, nor would I love at lower rate. But at my back I always hear time's winged chariot hurrying near, and yonder all before us lie deserts of vast eternity. Thy beauty shall no more be found, nor in thy marble vault shall sound my echoing song. Then worms shall try that long-preserved virginity, and your quaint honor turn to dust, and into ashes all my lust. The grave's a fine and private place, but none, I think, do there embrace. Now, therefore, while the youthful hue sits on my skin like morning dew, and while thy willing soul transpires in every pore with instant fires, now let us sport us while we may. And now, like amorous birds of prey, rather at once our time devour than languish in his slow chapped power. Let us roll all our strength and all our sweetness up into one ball, and tear our pleasures with rough strife through the iron gates of life. Thus, though we cannot make our sun stand still, yet we will make him run.
The wonderful African-American poet Gwendolyn Brooks is probably best known for this poem, and it's a very, very brief poem, too, like William Carlos Williams' refrigerator magnet poem, but much more serious. She saw once, walking through the neighborhood, a few young kids playing pool. They should have been in school. They were of school age, but she spent some time thinking about what they were like and wrote this poem. It's called We Real Cool, and it's given to the pool players, 7 at the Golden Shovel. We real cool. We left school. We lurk late. We shoot straight. We sing sin. We thin gin. We jazz June. We die soon.
And here's a poem by Robert Hayden, Those Winter Sundays. Sundays, too, my father got up early and put his clothes on in the blue-black cold. Then with cracked hands that ached from labor in the weekday weather, made banked fires blaze. No one ever thanked him. I'd wake and hear the cold splintering, breaking when the rooms were warm. He'd call, and slowly I would rise and dress, fearing the chronic angers of that house, speaking indifferently to him who had driven out the cold and polished my good shoes as well. What did I know? what did I know of love's austere and lonely offices?